But now we're going to move on to another exercise. This one is exploring something important to me. And the way this will work is you'll talk about something that matters to you, something that you're going through, something you're wondering about, maybe something in the future. And it doesn't even have to be something that you've fully thought through. It can be something that you just want to kind of explore with your partner.
I, a couple of years ago, decided to leave my teaching job at the university. And so we were down at the beach one day and Don said, let me just listen to you for a while.
Well, I noticed that you were, I don't know, a little subdued, something was not right.
So he said, let me do this job of just listening with empathy. And so I started talking about what it was like for me to leave a job where I had been 20 years. And I started with, I'm kind of nervous about, what my next steps are. And he listened with empathy.
Yeah. As Alex, I'm just really not sure what's next. I don't know what's coming.
Right, and I was just exploring it, saying, I realize I've been there a long time, and I like having my routine, and it's very comfortable there. And so he listened with empathy.
Yeah, as Alex, I had a kind of a regular pattern, a routine that was natural and comfortable, and now I'm leaving that.
And then as we kind of went for a while, it started to hit me, I moved when I was like 10, and it was one of the most distressing events in my life. And this was starting to bring back some of those feelings because these people knew me for 20 years. And so I started talking about that and what it was like to leave people who I care about and who really know me. And he was able to give empathy to me as if he were me. What did you?
As Alex, I'm really realizing that I feel sad about leaving. It's going to be hard to leave these people. And I'm even noticing a connection to when I moved from Philadelphia when I was 10.
So as he kind of repeated it back and summarized with empathy, I was learning more about myself. And so I kind of went deeper and could make more connections. So that's our goal for you in this exercise. We won't have as much time as we had on the beach. It was like 45 minutes.
What I thought was, she just doesn't seem, herself quite fully. After we started into that and got into it, you were in tears, and a lot of emotion came out that was kind of in there, and I don't think you knew about it at the time.
Right.
I think you kind of learned about it as you explored, and I didn't say anything to you like, oh, what about this, or do you remember that, or don't forget you're going to have this good thing in the future. All I did was just listen and let you go where you went.
Yeah, for 45 minutes, he was just really focused on empathizing with me. So that's our goal for you, and so we're going to give you a short amount of time. It could be that you just have enough time for one person to start exploring something important to you, but we want you to get started on this. And again, go ahead and switch places, trade places, switch your chairs with each other this final time as you're doing this.
As you are telling your partner this thing that's important to you, pause every 30 seconds or so and allow your partner to summarize back with empathy. It can be difficult to remember if there's too much content, so you'll find your own rhythm. Some can remember more and some less, and each couple is different. So we're just suggesting that you not go too long. And if your partner gives empathy and it's not right, go ahead and give them that gentle correction. And remember that it's not reprimand, it's not punishment. That's a gift you're giving. And if you're the one who receives the correction, take it as a gift. Oh, okay, he or she wants me to really understand it fully, and I want to also, so how nice that I'm getting that cleared up.
So we've listed some possible topics in your workbook. For instance, a personal goal perhaps that you have, or perhaps a spiritual question that you've been exploring, or an upcoming new phase of life. Maybe you're going to become a parent soon, or you've left college and you're on the job market. So think about the topic that you would like to explore with your partner. We'll give you a few moments to choose your topic.
On your own, choose your topic for the next exercise.
remember, when you're listening to your partner, no questions, no giving advice. All right? So, ready, go.
Turn knee to knee with your partner and start the exercise.
You're halfway there.
You've got just one more minute. Time to return to the group. We're getting ready to start up again.
In your workbook are a number of responses that you might have had. You may have had one or more responses to this exercise. So go ahead and mark in your own workbook individually the responses that seemed true for you. We'll give you a little bit of time here to do that.
Now take a moment to yourself and fill in the debrief section of your workbook.
Okay, so as you were the one exploring this topic that was important to you, what was that like? How did it feel to have your partner listen in that way to something that was important to you and summarize back with empathy? How did that feel to you? Yes.
Felt very vulnerable, definitely, because it's like you are being very open with your significant other, and you're trusting them with your emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when your partner is doing those things that are following the guidelines of listening with empathy and showing acceptance and caring and really trying to step into your shoes, that can help you feel safer when you are kind of putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good point. Others?
It definitely makes me feel cared for. And just the fact that he's sitting there and he's really intently listening and feeling understood as well, because once he repeats it back, like I know he's getting it, and you feel loved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, did anybody want to ask questions or maybe give some advice when you were in the position of listening with empathy? You feel like you wanted to kind of get more details or ask questions? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you had that experience.
Yeah, I wanted to get more details or more in-depth insight in what she was feeling or the experiences that she was having, rather than letting her come up with it herself in her own way. I was trying to force a means for her to kind of find her own path by my direction type of thing, instead of allowing her to have the freedom to find her own feelings.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing about putting yourself in the position of being the listener is letting your partner take charge and actually explore it themselves. There's a lot of respect there, saying, although I might want to take you in this direction, I'm really going to not do that. I'm going to really listen to where you're at and where you're going to take me. So you were able then to kind of stop yourself from doing that and let her direct you where she wanted to go. Right, that's great. Yeah.
When I have done this, I've realized that I don't often explore by talking. I figure stuff out and come to a conclusion or a direction inwardly, and then I talk about it after I've done that. So it was uncomfortable for me to do this. But if it's safe, and I know she's going to just listen and empathize, then I can do that. And if I change my mind, it's okay, because I'm exploring.
a lot of times in a relationship, one person is the talker and one person is more of a listener. So the job you have to do, that the extra work that you have to do may depend on which one you tend to be. I'm more of a talker, so listening is difficult. I do want to direct him. I do want to take him places. I do want to ask those questions. But then what I do is take charge, and I don't let him teach me more about himself. And so Don was just mentioning that he's more of a listener, so some of the work that he has to do is talking about his thoughts and feelings and views, right?
Okay, now it's time for you to talk to your partner. What if your partner asked you for this gift, said something like, I'd like to just explore something that's going on with me. Would you take some time and just listen? How would that be for you? Talk with your partner. 1 minute. Go.
Turn and talk to your partner.
So hopefully you had a chance there to kind of talk about that, what it might do for you to be able to ask for that time, that focused listening that would help you kind of explore something that's going on inside of you, something important to you.